We are going to cover how to map your Facebook lead form or your TikTok lead form in your account. The first thing we're going to do is make sure that we are on our settings at the bottom left. We're then going to navigate to integrations and we will see our Facebook form fields mapping and TikTok form fields mapping. This is only going to apply if you have your Facebook page and your Facebook ad account connected, but primarily just your Facebook page is needed for this to work. You also need to make sure you have a lead form or an instant form already created before you complete this step. So, this step is something you must do if you want to use a lead form and have it integrate into this system. So, once we've done that, we're going to click on Facebook Form Fields Mapping. And then any fields or forms that were created in this page are going to show up here. So we have 4 of these that have been created. So I'm going to take a look at this very first one. This is my updated version that I plan on using, and I'm going to click on Map Fields. Now it's going to show me all of the fields that are in this instant form. As you can see, some of them have already been mapped: phone, email, zip code, full name, first name, and last name. What we do not see are inbox URL. Are you currently local to the area of out of town? Are you storing your boat? Do you come to Lake Roosevelt regularly? So if we wanted to actually take those fields and map them to custom fields in the account, we would need to have those custom fields already created. So let's take a look at what we have, and we may need to go back and create some custom fields first. So, do you live in the area or are you a seasonal visitor? This is the same question, just phrased a little bit differently. Where are you currently storing your boat? So we do not have that question. Do you come to Lake Roosevelt regularly? Okay, we also don't have this question. So if we wanted to actually map those questions over, then we would need to go ahead and save this, but we are going to hop over to custom fields. And you can see that when I saved that, the status is turned on. We've got that check mark. That means that it is mapped. But even though it's mapped, some of those questions are not going to come over. So we're going to go over to custom fields and we are going to add a field. We're going to select single line. We're going to say, do you come to Roosevelt regularly? So it's best if you really make sure that these are phrased in the same way, but even if they're not, it's not a big deal. So I'm going to copy that name and just add it into the placeholder. I'm going to hit save. And now we have that field created. I'm also going to add another field that is a single line. And this is, where are you currently storing your boat? Same thing here. We are going to go ahead and paste that and hit additional info and then save. Now that we have those created, we're going to hop back to integrations, back to Facebook form fields mapping, and we are going to edit this specific form. So where are you currently storing your boat is now a question. Do you come to Lake Roosevelt regularly is now a question. I do not need to store that question. So then I'm going to hit update. And this is now updated and ready to be used in my workflows. So if you plan on running lead generation or lead form campaigns, you must complete this step, whether it's for Facebook or for TikTok, by mapping the forms that you plan on using and then adding those to the initial trigger step of your workflows. So let's go ahead and do that step. We're going to go to automation. You need to know which workflow you want to add these people into. So I'm going to go ahead and select this specific workflow. This is already set up right here. As you can see, there is already one form submitted. This is a form inside my system, but I don't need to create a new workflow. I'm just going to add a new workflow trigger and do Facebook lead form submitted. We're going to add a filter for inform, and we've got this updated new client offer free detail and wash converted. This is the one that I mapped. So it's very important that you know which form you need and that form is mapped, because even though I only mapped this bottom form, those 3 forms do show up in the dropdown. So if you accidentally select one that you did not map, it is not going to work. So be very diligent about double checking this. Now that we have this added, we can build out the rest of this workflow. That is the process of mapping your lead forms and making sure that once you map those lead forms, something is actually going to take place in the system when that lead form is filled out, such as adding to them to the pipeline stage, adding a tag, and sending some sort of communication afterwards.